This is Outside the Round with Matt Burrill, a Raise Rowdy podcast.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Outside the Round with me, Matt Burrill. Today, a very special guest, a brother of mine from the Great White North. He's from Long Island. It's our man, Deerock, also known as Deerock, the king of EDM, Club Rodeo, hanging out with my girl, Steph.
Let's go.
Brother, how you feeling after the late night out last night here in Nashville?
I'm happy to be here. Thank you, Surfside, for reviving me. Cheers to that, brother. Thank you.
Hell yeah. Cheers. Hell yeah.
And I was in Nashville last night, did the Whiskey Jam. Super electric. Definitely a different vibe for me, right? Because as I'm like dabbling more in the country EDM space, I'm like, how do I get these country people's hands up? You know? So it's cool. I like it.
Was this your first time doing a set in Nashville?
I played at Barstool Nashville a bunch because I work with a company, Old Row, and then we do like Old Row tours, and they have connections with Barstool, so I played at Barstool Nashville a bunch. But this was like my first ever like between sets between like Wyatt and Tucker, and playing like a 10-minute set of like, I got 10 minutes. What am I gonna hit them with? Bangers? Like, do I put levels on reverse? I was fired up.
Yeah, bro, and a lot of people out there last night too.
Dude, packed. Yeah. And I'm on this like top shelf like deck area, right? And there's like the stage here, and I'm like, all right, this is different because usually I'm on the stage. And I'm like, okay, I can like feel their energy. I'm like,
you're in it.
Yeah. I feel like I'm like Roman Empire, like my children. I'm like, this is not for me. I want to be like right there and like kind of feel the energy. So I'm like, shit. So it was different for me, but I had a good time. Thanks for asking.
That's sick, man. How long you been doing? How long you been spitting and mixing and doing the DJ thing for?
So I started my junior year of college. I picked up my first board in Christmas sophomore year. I went to James Madison University.
JMU, I got a cousin down there.
Let's
old
go.
Harrisonburg.
Dukes, baby.
That's a good time.
Roll
The Dukes know how to get down, man.
They
it's a good
down.
time down there in Harrisonburg.
Honestly, I went to that school, only school I ever visited. My dad came with me. He looked at the grass. Dad's a big landscape guy. He's like, this grass is nice. You're going here. That was it. And I was like, Dad, that was it. Yeah. My other schools were like University of Vermont because I was a little stoner back then.
Yeah.
Blocked that part out. But yeah, and my dad's like, you're not going there. You're going to JMU. Good grass. So true story. And then, so I bought my first board Christmas, and then I started dabbling with it. I was just making some bullshit mixes, DMing my boys like, yo, you like this? They're like, yeah, dude. and then I picked it up like junior year, started playing like a couple frats and bars. And as I was playing more frats, I was like, wow, I really just want to play what I want to play. And that kind of felt like more of like being an artist instead of playing at a bar and getting all these requests. And I was like, no, dude, I'm not playing Bad Bunny. You know what I mean? So that's where it started, and then I just kept feeding the beast and just kept going.
That's wild, man. What was it like going back to the New York scene, going from Harrisonburg to like a DJ? Like, obviously, you grew up in Long Island, and we'll get into all that stuff and growing up outside the city, but it's like it's one of the DJ meccas. So for you to have gotten the board and gotten your early reps playing the frats and the parties and the bars down in Harrisonburg to taking it back to the island and into Manhattan, what's it like trying to break into that market, even as a local, you know? But it's like you came up out of Northern Virginia, like you got your start at those parties.
Yeah. I think like a small little story, right? Like when I had my first like breakthrough that wasn't a frat show, I got booked to play with one of my favorite artists, Cap Slap, if you remember him.
Yeah.
He was like, don't forget the paper towel. I got booked to play. It was an hour and a half away, and I hit up my fraternity. I was in a fraternity there, and I hit up my fraternity brothers. I was like, yo, I got this show. I need you guys to come out. It's an hour and a half away. Like, and they're like, yeah, like we're in, but how are we getting there? I'm like, we got pledges? They're like, no, dude, Deerock, we can't use the pledges. Somehow linked up with Harrisonburg Public School District, got them to give me 3 school buses. That was amazing, but shit show, because I put like my 3 best friends in the frat on to be like bus managers. One of them was too drunk, didn't even get on the bus. So 50 people on this bus, 50 on this, 50 on this. So it was like 75 kids from my frat, and then we all brought like dates. First bus manager was like, didn't make it. Other guy, he was hammered. The other guy was like super like, I got this, you know?
Yeah.
So transport all those people there, and where I'm getting with this story is was like my big moment, my big breakthrough. I was like, I want to do this. And what I learned from that to take that to New York was like, you got to push tickets to get people to come to see you. So when I moved to New York, I was like, damn, I want to do a big show. So I just kept gathering people that wanted to come see me and come to a cool party. And then I was like working with a charity called Fuck Cancer, which I love. I'll talk about that later. But I did this like rooftop spot in the Bronx. You were like, where the fuck are we, dude? And totally graffitied rooftop. We did a huge fundraiser there. We brought a bunch of people out, and everybody's like, yo, these are sick. I want to do more. And we called that Sunset at the Tea Factory, because it was on top of this Sunset Tea Factory. It was awesome, dude. But just bringing that like drive of like kind of being in a fraternity, being like, we're going out, everybody's meeting here, and just kept that drive. Like,
Grassroots, bro.
That's it, dude. Just bring it there, baby. Bring it back to the island.
Like,
bring it there.
So where were those early spots on the island? Because I'm sure you've been spinning and DJing a bunch over there.
Yeah, well, my second Fuck Cancer show was at Claudio's in Greenport.
Okay.
And this is a cool spot because like a little pier, right? All my boys, some of my friends have money. I'm the broke boy. Don't bring it up, but they all had their boats pull up on the pier, and the spot fit like 400 people. And we brought like 700 people because we put more people on the boats. And that was one of my favorite all-time spots there. A couple spots on Long Island that I played at were just like little dive bars, maybe in my town, but then mostly going into the city, right? Because that's where I can get people to like, take the Long Island Railroad, get them in, easy transportation. When you're like, yo, dude, we're doing a show in Bethpage, like, bro, I'm not fucking Ubering there.
No, that's a $1 million Uber.
I'm not doing that. So it was always easier to do stuff more in the city and get people to go back and forth there in the earlier stages. Yeah.
Now, how does the crossover into country music happen? Because you were heavy in that. How long have you been doing the artist thing too? Like back up a little bit to where Deerock kind of comes from as an artist.
Okay, cool. Deerock came as an artist. My first DJ name was Harrisonburg House Mafia. That's where JMU was.
Oh, I like that. Harrisonburg, a little H&H. I like it.
Yeah. I still have my first sign. That started, and then I pivoted over to Deerock once I had that first show I talked about with the school buses. That was the Jefferson Theater at UVA. Shout out.
Yeah, I know Jefferson Theater. I've done shows there.
Yeah, so that was cool.
What years was all this in?
2017 December was that show there.
Okay, so you were building all this momentum right before the world fucking shut down.
Yeah.
Right?
A little bit, yeah. Sorry, bad ADHD, short-term memory.
You're
what
good,
was
bro.
The question again?
The question was like, how does that transition into like when you start putting out songs as an artist?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so it's different, the path that I took, because I took the path of like being a DJ more instead of like a producer.
Yeah.
I didn't really grow up playing like any instruments. I picked up piano for like a year or two, and then, when I picked up a DJ board, I kind of just played like video games. Like I grew up playing video games my whole life.
Yeah.
Freaking Call of Duty,
Same,
Rainbow
bro.
Six.
Same,
Bruce,
yeah.
And I was like, dude, this is the same thing. But it was cool because what I was studying at school was computer science. And then like when I got into music production, I was like, it's similar in its own ways. You know what I mean? And you get addicted to it. So I started DJing probably like that junior, senior year. Once I got out of college, I was like, I really want to keep doing this. There's no more frats to play. But I'm like, I don't want to be a bar DJ. I got to produce my own music so people can come see shows for me.
Yeah.
So I kept like sticking with the production on that side of things, kept just building that up. It was a slow and steady build, right? Because I grew up on like tropical house music. So a lot of my music, what I like to say is it's like happy, bubbly.
It's the summer,
beats.
bro.
Yeah,
it's the summer on Long Island, going down the Jersey Shore, hanging out in Point Pleasant, hanging out in AC, hanging out in Wildwood.
Exactly.
It's that, bro.
Yeah,
it's that.
That's what I like to feel.
Yeah,
right?
it's good vibes.
Yeah, I just want people to be happy, come to the show, be like, this is a good vibe. Even if you're like not really listening to music, the environment I want to bring it to the show is like, I'm having a good time. My boys are having a good time. Everybody's having a good time.
Yeah, there's girls. Everybody's having a good time.
No chicks at the shows. No chicks.
Frat life, bro. What frat were you in?
I was in Kappa Alpha Order, K.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
What was the order?
That's a big one that is all over the Southeast too.
Yeah,
So I've run into a lot of KA folks just being back in my touring days, working with bands and stuff, going through SEC country and things like that.
You get it, yeah.
That's cool, yeah, man. That's a big one. Where does the jump to country music begin for you?
Yeah, so probably right before COVID hit, I was doing like kind of like a small little like college tour. I was doing a couple shows, partnering with like Total Frat Move a little bit, and then that slowed down. And then when COVID hit, I was like, damn, I think this is over. You know what I mean? I was still working my corporate job. I went back to school to get my MBA because I was like, I want to be a teacher when I get older.
Doing corporate work. Okay, so this was all strictly on the side. Like you were working.
Yeah.
What kind of corporate job were you doing?
I was in cybersecurity sales. Yeah, my dad was super like, you're not fucking doing this for a living. It took me 9 years for my parents to come to their first show. And that was at Brooklyn Mirage before they shut down. And my dad was always like super supportive, but he's like, yeah, but you got to make some money.
You got to make a living. Yeah,
but that's, how parents are. They're just looking at
you.
They want the best.
Yeah.
So as like COVID was ending, I was promoting my shows more on TikTok. And I was like, hey, I posted like old recap videos of me playing at frats. And I was like, yo, win a free show. And this is when COVID was kind of ending, when Florida and like Texas was opening up. So like posted a TikTok, was waiting for like a Florida or Texas school to like comment because they could do the events. Found some kid. He's like, yo, would love for you to come to our school. Flew out there for free, played a show. Was insane, got that content, did it again. Then I played a show in Florida and another show in Texas, keep playing shows. And that's when TikTok was getting bigger. I was doing these free shows. And that next, when COVID was ending, when it started opening up, all these frats hit me up to play. And then I started dabbling more into like playing at SEC schools a bit more compared to like playing at like a Delaware or JMU or UVA or Gettysburg. And then I was dabbling more in the country space. That's when I started partnering with Old Row because they were like, hey, we don't have a DJ right now. You play at these schools. It's kind of like I can use their page to help promote myself, and they can use me to give them content about these shows. I was doing like MTV Cribs, Frat Life Edition. I was
bro. You were like being you were like a VJ on spring break, going around colleges.
Yeah, it was sick. So then I started hearing more country music, and like growing up on Long Island, it was like, you know, here and there. But when you go to the South, I was like, wow, this is not bad.
Yeah.
So when I was doing like my normal mixes, like what people know me for is Get Up, It's Game Day. I was like, what if I did the same thing, took those vocals off, and put country over it? And then I saw this like traction for it, and it was just like, whoa, let me keep pushing this. But it kind of stayed a little bit behind the scenes of like what I was trying to push, like my original music and stuff. But as I started like to see more growth within the space and like become more adaptive to like people seeing this, I was like, this is sick. Let me push this a lot more.
Yeah.
So it was really cool.
What were your initial thoughts of SEC country? Because you're at JMU, and JMU's obviously in Virginia, but it's not the South.
Yeah.
It's not. You know, it's a lot of Northeast, a lot of New York, a lot of Jersey, a lot of Massachusetts. A lot of PA down at JMU.
Wanna be South people.
Yeah. So what was the first SEC school you remember going to me and like, this is different?
Wow, crazy. Another free show I did. There was this kid named Cody Calvin. He had a company called fratshows.com. I DM'd
Dude, I love all these names.
I DM'd this kid, Cody. I go, Cody. I didn't even know his name. I was like, fratshows.com. Hey, my name is Deerock. I have this mix series, Get Up, It's Game Day. Would love to come out and play a free show. I'll bring my own production. I'll buy my own flight, bring my own hotel. I didn't even have production. I don't know what the hell I was saying.
Yeah.
And it took me probably like 7, 8 DMs of consistently just following up, liking his post, commenting, and like tagging my boys in it. Finally gave me the opportunity, and then I played Auburn KA.
Oh, bro.
So when I was there, I was
fucking love Auburn, bro.
Yeah,
I love Auburn. I love the kids at Auburn. I love Skybar.
Electric.
Auburn is what a great first taste of the SEC for you, bro.
That was my first ever, and I was like, wow, this is insane. Like I thought like my fraternity house, which is like a little townhouse, was sick. I was like, dude, this is a mansion.
It's a different world, bro. Like you think like even some of the big schools back home, like your Penn States and like your Binghamtons and like your UMass Amherst, but down south, some of the frat houses are bigger than the academic buildings.
Insane. And these kids, I never knew about any of like the private chefs or any of this, right? Yeah. I grew up just flipping eggs, no spatula, and they got like a chef in there. I will pull up. Green room looks like a mansion side piece project. They're like, what do you want? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, this is amazing. So I was like, okay. So that's when I kept pushing it and trying to get more shows. And then when I play there, I was like, yo, dude, I know I had this show. Would love to play more. Like, do you have any other chapters I could play at? So then I was like, let's push the chapter out of playing more KAs at like KA Alabama and all that stuff, and just kept building. It's all networking, you know?
Yeah, man. And having that KA network has to be huge because you guys are all over the place. Like, as a frat.
It's harder to get connected in the space because you're like, oh, my boy works here. But then you have like friends of friends that are like, oh, my buddy is in the social chair. I bet I can connect you. So it was just like whenever I was going to these schools, I didn't want to come off as like, I'm the DJ, like my shit don't stink. Like we all wear the same pants at the end of the day. I was like, yo, I'm going to bro down with this kid because who knows, later down the road, he'll move to New York and I can have a friend, you know?
Yeah, man. And I feel like the energy of kids coming out of COVID was just unmatched.
But I do call these kids like COVID babies. The parties, some of them, like the bigger schools, like, right, when I went to University of Virginia, these kids were like, yo, we never have anything like this. It was reckless, insane, rowdy. But sometimes when you go to like the bigger schools after COVID, it was kind of like they didn't know how to party because like for the last 2 years, they're like, I don't know. They were in high school, they went to school, and like they don't know what's adaptive.
Yeah.
And as it started getting bigger and bigger, it was like crazy. But the Alabama SEC schools, sometimes it's challenging because they have so many parties they could pick and choose. You know?
Yeah, it's a very competitive market.
Yeah. There was one weekend I was at Arkansas, Sig Chi.
Oh, dude, I love
Lodge.
Fayetteville too.
Dude,
man. Fayetteville's wild.
It was me on Thursday, Waka Flocka Friday, Darius Rucker Saturday. And I'm like, dude, I can't fucking compete here. You know?
Waka Flocka, the king of
the
SEC
king.
frats, man.
That was fucking insane. That was cool.
Fayetteville's crazy, man. Have you ever gotten down to Georgia Southern? Have you ever been down to Statesboro?
Yes, I forgot the name of the bar I just played. We just did like
Was
an
it
old road tour.
Blue Room
Oh,
or
is it next?
Dingus?
It's next to like a little lake pond over
Yes.
there. Yeah, right
There's
there.
Blue Room. There's Nat's Landing. There's a
Okay.
bunch of them that are over there. But the Statesboro, Georgia, those kids to me are just another level.
Get after it.
And
yeah.
you see it because of the guys that have come out of there. Like that's where Luke Bryan and Cole Swindell went to college. That's where Gavin Adcock went to college. That's where Dylan Marlowe and all those guys are from. So they love live music, but they love getting down with the DJ too. So I'm sure the EDM stuff did well down there.
Yeah, honestly, the people in the South, right, are just different breeds, right? Grew up on Long Island, it's like a little different, and the EDM space is different. But when you get into the country space, it's all network, it's all like handshake, friendship there, right? It's been such a different space. Like when I set up a whiskey jam the other day, the guy Hish hooked it up. He set up the whole board for me because I was like, I need a board to set it up, broke it down for me. I was like, wow, this never happens for me ever. It's just like a different beast, and I love it.
Yeah, man. Hish is a great dude too.
He's the man, dude.
I met him. He was one of the
Ranch, let's go, baby.
Yep, yeah, dude. He was one of the house DJs at when I first moved down here. I was a bouncer at Whiskey Row at Dirk Bentley's bar.
Let's go.
So I met Hish, Grant Fisher, all
drunk on a plane.
Yeah, dude, yeah. And it was that era. I moved down here in 2018, so it was like prime that era of Dirks. And it's like the DJ community here in Nashville. It's very underrated. There's a good DJ community here of guys that are doing it.
I love that. I love to hear that. I'm still trying to meet the people out here, right? As I'm getting more into the country EDM space, I've been doing it for 4 or 5 years, but keeping it on the back end. But now as I'm pushing it more, it's like, okay, now I'm meeting more people in the space, and they're super friendly compared to a lot of other artists that think like, not to compare and contrast, but on the EDM side, like my shit don't stink. And it's like, hey, I'm just trying to hang out, dude. Just trying to be your boy, play a little Xbox,
100%. That's what it all goes back to, man. And now you guys have like a mecca that has been growing in New York City. Talk about Common Country a little bit, because watching that bar and watching because I was a part of that scene before I moved down here. And it was like, I used to go to shows in Hoboken and go to shows at the Mercury Lounge and go to shows at all the different theaters and things like that. And I would have been at Common Country every freaking night if I was still living up there. Honestly,
I think that's me, right? I think that's me right now. That place is unreal, right? My first gig there was on New Year's, and this was like before the landlord above them was like, yo, quiet the subs. I was ripping this thing, dude.
That
I
whole
was
room was
cranking it, shaking it. The pizzeria next door,
because
was
it's
like,
not
damn.
a massive spot. You talk about feeling the energy of the crowd, like on that little stage. You're in it with those kids. Like y'all are on a journey together.
Yeah. Like yesterday, like the whiskey jam, right? I'm top shelf. I can't really like feel their energy there. I'm like, oh my god, subs rocking.
You're in it.
I'm in it. I'm like, get me in there, dude.
Yeah,
Common Country's sick. Thank you, Steph. Thank you, Noah. Thank you, everybody from the Common Country team. I've been playing there once a month. It's been super, super cool, right? Because as I'm playing more of my country EDM stuff, I'm also remixing like Tal Bachman, like She's So High. And they're like, yo, this works in here too.
It does, man. It's amazing.
Cool.
It's amazing. And it's like the world of the crossoverness in the country. Because I remember when I was coming up, it was a lot of people, and there's still a lot of people out there like, this shit ain't country. Da, 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 da. But it's like the crossover elements, man. Like the time is right now.
Yeah, it's cool. It's like, I don't know how to probably say this analogy, right? But it's kind of like when I come here, I feel like I'm in my Halloween costume, and people are like, what the fuck is this kid doing, right? It's like so different because like some people don't know EDM and some people don't know country EDM can be a thing. But last night when I was playing some of these tracks that I remixed, and they're like getting energy and reactions, and I was able to be like, put your hands up, and they did it, and they were having a good time. It's cool to see that emotion for someone where you're like, I don't even think this guy knows what EDM is or Avicii levels, And I'm like, let's fucking go, baby,
Yeah, dude. And for me, it's like the marriage of two things that I love. Because we were down at the Floribama this past weekend for an event. I don't know if you've been down there or not. It's a wild.
They had a festival. Is that where like Hangout Festival used to be?
Hangout Fest and Sand in My Boots is down in that area. It's in that Gulf region. But we were driving back, and I was on the aux, and I was doing the driving. So and I was playing like that old like Avicii bingo players, like Dead Mouse, shit like that. And I was like, this is what I remember riding on the party buses after high school dances too. Man. It's like there was something about. What year did you graduate high school? We're probably around the same age.
Graduated in 2013.
Yeah, we're same age then. I graduated 2013 as well. Let's go, baby. 30, let's go.
Hey, my sister's single. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Yeah, man. But But yeah, it's like it's so cool to see that now. Now, how does that lead into Club Rodeo? Because you guys, I remember when you launched it. It wasn't that long ago, right?
Yeah, we did our first Club Rodeo party at Superior Ingredients, October 3rd. Super cool.
At where?
Superior Ingredients.
Superior Ingredients.
Yeah.
What is that place like? I'm not familiar. I love the name.
If I'm not wrong, I believe it was the old Output. And it was cool. In
okay.
Brooklyn,
It's a
nice
cool
hot spot.
room. Yeah.
I think I saw Dom Dollar there in like 2018. I was like, yo, this guy was this. He was playing this song called like Randy, and I was like, this is pretty fucking cool. Right now, look at him. Right.
Yeah.
But Superior Ingredients was like a dream venue to play at, right? Because like, let's say you didn't like country, you didn't like EDM, just the rooftop itself is a sell, right? Because the view is perfect, right? But putting the event together was like amazing, right? Because I was like, I want to be more of like a showman for the show, so I brought in live violin, sax. We had the disco ball, we had bubble machines, we had merch, we had different costumes. And as I'm like trying to come up with more creative ideas, I'm like, how can I keep building this into like an experience instead of just like, oh, I'm just going to see another DJ show, you know? It's like they could just pull up and plug in and play, but it's like first you're getting country EDM, then you're getting live instruments, then you have me on the mic being a jerk off. How y'all feeling? You know? Like, who likes fresh baked bread? And they're like, what the fuck is this guy saying? And then you got a beautiful skyline there. So it's been like a long building process, right? Because as it's such a new space and as I'm still developing my name in the space, it's like a struggle because like I'm trying to step away from like, damn, we're not selling enough tickets, right? But I'm like, I don't care if there's 10 people in front of me or 1,000, right? I want those 10 people to be like, that was a sick show, and how can that double to 20 to 40 to 80?
Yeah, because then they bring their friends, bro.
Exactly, yeah. One of the things that I've been doing different lately, and this is something I haven't been, it's just like, how do I properly track like people at a show through data? Because like, you know, you throw an event and like, you send them to a ticket link, but then, okay, how am I going to hit up those people after the show and be like, yo, did you have a good time? So it's been like something I've been trying to learn more is like not trying to like put people to like a number, like everybody's ones and zeros, but ideally, like when you're done with a show, how do we get these people to come back to the next show and retarget them for the next Club Rodeo in New York? So I've been just trying to focus on that for these Club Rodeo events, which is, it's hard, but I'm trying my best.
Dude, that's the way to do it. Honestly, Nikki T, my business partner with Raised Rowdy, and I talk about it all the time about the importance of data, because it's like with us, we host 6 events in town a month. We work with a bunch of festivals. Like we're on the road like 25 weekends next year. We're going to be busy, but it's like, how do we capture that? How do we capture that data to let them know that we're doing something else?
100%. Yeah, there's like this new platform I've been using, shout out Pinpoint, right? So like as an artist, there's something called Linktree, and you're like, here's my Linktree, right? But then there's this other platform called Laylo, right? And what Pinpoint does is it combines them both, so people just go to like your one site, right? I put a pixel on that and I track everybody that comes there, and now I can retarget that to be like, hey, I'm playing in your town. And it's really, really, really useful. And I'm like super happy that I've gotten into that. But if I did that when I was 21 doing shows in like New York City, and I was like, I wish I could retarget those people that bought tickets, but now I have nothing to like do that. You know, you just got to hope for the best.
Yeah. So where do we see Club Rodeo going? Like how far is it expanded outside of New York City?
So right now, Club Rodeo, right? So we're doing, I'm happy to say this, right? We just did Whiskey Jam. It's not like a Club Rodeo set. It's me trying to, remember how before I was kind of talking about how I'm doing more free shows? Like all these events that I'm doing are free shows because you kind of got to go back to ground one and be a little bitch. You know what I mean? You got to be the paper boy. But as I'm trying to build it, right? So this week was Whiskey Jam, doing country EDM. Happy to say this. I don't know if I could share this, but it's coming up, so this will be after the fact. We're playing MCA UMG's after party after the CMAs.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. So yeah, that's very exciting.
A lot of those artists, like this past 2 weeks, I was just grinding on remixing like all the MCA artists, and I was like, I hope
there's a lot of them.
Yeah, I'm like, I hope their team's gonna be there.
Oh, they will be.
Hear this shit,
they will be.
Know?
Yeah.
So as that's like on the music side, Club Rodeo, we have we partner with St. Pete Country Fest in Tampa, so we're doing that this Friday and Saturday. And now I'm trying to gather like RSVPs in like cities that I recently played in, like kind of like a Boston, a DC, a Charlotte, and trying to find venues that want to take a stab at what like country EDM and Club Rodeo is. Yeah. So it's like a challenge. But
do you find that it does better in the summer?
Yeah, and honestly, I'm not trying to do these shows at like an indoor club. I'm trying to make them so different. So like, yo, I don't fuck with Deerock. I don't fuck with country EDM, but like this venue was sick and I found my wife. I remember like my first couple of shows, I was like, yo, even if you don't like the music, you'll find your wife here. And actually one of my boys is getting married to a girl he met at a show now.
Wow.
Shout out. Let's go.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I think of like the places like the Secrets and the Martells and the Janks and like there's vibes and
Exactly
venues.
the Jenks. The vibe that you get from there is just like, I want to go back.
There's venues like that all
You
over
ever
the
hit
country.
Bordy Barn?
Ever hit where?
Bordy Barn on Long Island? Where they put, like, little
No,
smiley faces?
I'll be honest. I've only been to the island twice. It was to look at Hofstra, and I didn't end up going there because it's just. I mean, bro, it's like for those that don't know, it's like say Long Island's like right here. I'm literally like right here, and the city's in between this water bottle and here. But the traffic to get from the water bottle to there, bro, it's like because where I was. I don't know if have you been to Rockland at all, like Nyack, Palisades Mall, like the Tappan Zee.
No.
See, there was no reason for you to go there. It's like for me, it was like the island that there was. Not there, like because the city's in between, you know.
Yeah.
So I get hit up all the time with people being like, "Have you been to this place? Have you been to that place?" Like I've never even been to Jones Beach, bro.
Oh,
which is
Jones
crazy.
Beach Theater is insane.
Because I had Bethel Woods in upstate, and I had PNC Bank Arts Center in Homedale. So it was like I didn't have to deal with the city. It's I was just where I went, you know.
No, I get that. That's why I remember you were like, "Yo, how many shows do you do on Long Island?" I'm like, no, I got to put in the city so people from New Jersey can meet me there.
Yeah, bro.
You're not going to freaking nomad land in Long Island.
Has Hoboken been a spot for you at all?
I love Hoboken. I played a spot there on a football Sunday. I think it was called Mad Hatter. Have you ever been there?
Yes, I've been there. I've been to the Hatter.
Rowdy. It was rowdy. I love Hoboken. All my boys from JMU live there now too. I got to get back out there for sure.
Yeah, Hoboken's like the spot for the guys and girls that work in the city but can't afford to live in the city, so they live in Hoboken, bro. Like that's like the spot. And the pizza out there is fucking unbelievable. The vibes, like Hoboken to me, very underrated place. Like I brought Nicky T up there, and he's from Pittsburgh originally, and he's not a big New York City guy. He's like, bro, the city's a lot, but I could live in Hoboken. And I'm 100%. Like, cool.
It's gorgeous there too.
Hoboken, Journal Square, Jersey City, like those areas. There's a lot of opportunity there with music. Yeah. And I feel like country's starting to work its way into that too.
Yeah, like honestly with like Steph building out Country Swag, Common Country Bar, there's more like developing space for country, right? And as I want to like develop my name as like the New York City country guy, I want to keep building that. And it's cool, right? Because there's a lot of people that do spin country DM, and I'm not trying to like say I don't know them, right? But like I want to like develop this base here to be like, oh shit, now when other big country people come inside, like come play at MSG or Radio City, they can hit me up, be like, yo, we're doing an after party, we're bringing it to Common Country Bar or something like that. So that'd be sick.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. How did you first get linked up with Steph?
Damn. She shot me an email. She's a little sales tactic woman. I know how she is. She shot me an email. She's like, hey, saw your Get Up It's Country EDM mixes on SoundCloud. Love this. Like, would love to book you. Not knowing that she wanted to book me for New Year's, and I was like, well, I was playing a wedding in Australia, and I was like, I'm flying back on the 30th, and I was
back up. How does that happen? Is that just
sick.
A buddy? Is that just a buddy, or is that a
sick.
fan, or how do you get booked for?
They're like family out there, family friends. They're like the best people ever. I don't really play weddings much, but I'm like,
I was gonna say you don't strike me as a guy who's wedding deep, but I mean Australia, and it's like family friends.
Yeah,
like,
I'm on the mic
sense.
like, can I please have the bride of the groom? You know, I'm like, oh fuck, and naturally I'm like 3, 2, 1, put your fucking ass. You know? So I was flying back, and then I was like, yo, I have nothing for New Year's. And that's like on the back of her mind. She told me, she was like, yes, I needed you for New Year's, because she didn't have a DJ, because they just opened up Common Country Bar like late November, early December time frame. And then I played there, and it was rocking. And that's when I met Steph. And then I knew she was Irish, and I was like, you want to get a Guinness? And then, then we had a Guinness. And then after that, we just became like best friends. We were just like, because she's from Broad Channel, probably only like a 30-minute drive from me. We just got along real well. So great person.
That's awesome. Have you been to any concerts with her?
Yeah.
Steph's a big, Steph is like the concert queen of the tri-state.
She's, I honestly hate surprises. Growing up as a kid, I didn't like it. And she's like, yo, I got us something. We're going here. Randomly, somehow, I'm at Red Rocks with her. That was sick. Saw Mitchell. Saw Jordan Davis. That was insane. Then she took me to Radio City for Jordan Davis again. Dirk Bentley is at MSG. And she's like, you know, she's plugged up. She's super nice and sweet. And like everybody's like, yo, we got you backstage. Now I'm backstage at these like country shows. I'm like, this is way different than EDM. You know what I mean? And I'm like, you know, not really wearing like a country fit as I'm trying to like keep my brand.
No, but you're you, bro. You don't have to dress up and play cowboy. You're fucking Derek, bro.
That's
you're
it,
Dave.
baby.
Yeah. You're
there.
yourself, bro.
That's it. Yeah. But she's been taking me a bunch of shows. She's super great. And she's been plugging me up, right? Like she's going out of her way to be like, hey, these are my connections that I made throughout this process. Like I believe in you. Let's keep pushing this, right? So she's partnering with me on Club Rodeo, and we're trying to build this up. I think like long-term goal, right, would be like, let's do a Club Rodeo event in, let's say, 5 to 8 cities this next year, see how they go, replicate that, see if we can do like a takeover stage at like, you know how like EDC has EDC, right? And I'm not trying to say I'm trying to copy that, but let's say, I don't know, St. Pete Country Fest next year wants to do a Club Rodeo takeover where I can book some of the DJs there to play Club Rodeo like in between sets. That'd be sick. I think that would be like
like
a
in
dream.
between sets. I think the DJ thing works very well at after parties too, naturally.
100%.
Like, and at festival after parties, and particularly in like small towns. Like I remember we do a festival every year, Crossroads 41. It's in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. This past year, predominantly country, but some of the openers included Nelly and Flo Rida and Jesse Murph.
Yeah.
It was cool. Next year, Wiz Khalifa's on there. Like, it's ridiculous. But they have my boy Grant. They have him DJ. Their side stage is, they call it a beer barn. So it's a giant barn, and it's where the bar is, where everybody gets their beer. You could probably fit like 5,000 to 10,000 people in there, somewhere in that ballpark. And everybody's camping at this festival, so everybody just goes to the beer barn, and Grant just DJs till 2 a.m. It's
Sick.
like opportunities like that where it's like in a small town, and you could play whatever, and those people go nuts. Like you play like you mix in like the stuff that we were listening to in high school, like the apple bottom jeans shit, and these folks in Wisconsin go nuts. You know, like Middle America loves that shit. So I think there's no bounds to where Club Rodeo could go in terms of festivals, and where you can get on stage and get behind the table and do your thing.
It's just shooting your shot. A lot of the gigs I'm doing right now are super like, you know, low income, breaking even, or doing them for free and just getting out there.
But that's what you were doing.
That's what I learned.
That's
how I was raised.
Yeah,
dude. That's why Dad was like, keep your job. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, man, but you're betting on yourself, and you're getting to go around. Now, what has the response been for Club Rodeo? Have you gotten like reach outside of the city with it, where folks are starting to take notice, you think?
I guess something to share that I don't really see much, right? After I pivoted from like posting like normal Deerock stuff, Get Up It's Game Day, and my original music, and it was mostly like, let's make that the main focus. When I pivoted the focus to country, I haven't put the other stuff like more of like stories on Instagram and just like kind of low key. The growth the past like 2 months, right? And I never really like focus on like follower counts or everything, but the growth on like social media and all the algorithms have been cranking, right? It's been cool to see, because I'm like, why was I putting this on the back end? But now when I put it on the front end, you see the growth and you're like, this is cool. So like, just as an example, right? We grew like 12,000 followers in a month, and I was like, damn,
that's awesome.
Where the hell did that come from, right? That took me. I've been doing it for 8 years now. It took me like 8 years to probably get up to like 30K. Now we're almost hitting like 42K followers, you know? And I'm like, damn, okay, cool. There's some growth here, right? So you just got to keep feeding the business and the beast, you know? Because as I want to like keep doing this for a living, it's like you got to make business decisions, but then you also have to make strategic decisions too with the music side of things. Yeah,
dude, it's strategy, it's art. Now, how often are we doing Deerock releases?
Yeah, so I'm finishing up an EP right now. So during like example is like, during like Club Rodeo from September up until December, right? Club Rodeo was October 3rd, it's Pure Ingredients, but I was starting like to release my EP during this time, and I was like, damn, I'm battling between like pushing country EDM, but my EP wasn't really country EDM, it was like piano house feel good vibes. So I had to like kind of like filter in a way of like putting that behind the Club Rodeo so I could put the focus there, because I didn't want people to be like, what am I getting when I come here, right?
Yeah.
Like you're going apple picking, be like, how'd I get this fucking pumpkin? You know what I mean? So I wanted it to be like kind of strategic. So now the EP I have a 6-song EP. The last song comes out December 12th right now, but we just released one last Wednesday, and it's been going well, right? But I put in the back end, but strategically been doing like marquee showcases on Spotify and pushing that. We've been getting some great editorial playlists, right? But when you go to my page, it's like strictly country EDM. But if you go to my Spotify, I want to develop more of like the country EDM side, because you can only get that on SoundCloud and YouTube, which is why I like playing that after party. Maybe on Wednesday, I'll play like remixes for some of these artists. Like, yo, that was sick. I've never heard this. Then they'll be like, okay, let's put this out officially. Which people don't understand. Like, sometimes I post this stuff like, why can't I listen to this on Spotify or Apple Music? I'm like, well, there's copyright involved. I got to get this approved. And it's like, sometimes when I post stuff on SoundCloud, like I can't even upload it. I got to make it 10-minute long because that's how they can't really track it. Sorry, SoundCloud.
No,
But yeah, so
no,
it's
it's
like
the truth. Yeah,
like after like the song finishes, I just put bird noises. Like, yo, did you know you put bird noises for like 7 minutes after this? I'm like, yeah, my bad. I didn't know. SoundCloud's like, we hate you.
yeah. No, dude, and getting in the room with the UMG MCA party. I mean, there's so many artists over there, and there's so many artists that are doing the remix thing right now, to where it's like that market's open, bro.
It's open. It's free, dude. It's like free real estate. Well, not free. It's real estate, but we got to get there soon.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Who would be like some what mixes are you like most proud of that you've done on the countryside? Like, who would be one where you're like, I want this to come out?
Yeah. So I finished one for Jordan Davis. Turn this truck around. I absolutely love it. Love playing it live. It's just the reaction I get. Love Mitchell Timpany. That when they did their shows at Radio City and Red Rocks, it was just like, damn, I really, really, really fuck with them. You know. So the 2 remixes for them.
Have they gotten to hear the remixes?
I don't know. That's where I struggle, right? I don't know if they have their hands on it. So it's like there's the beast of like you got to promote stuff on social media and hopefully they'll see it, right? But like I'm still trying to make my way into the space to be like, oh, I know this person. I hope they can hear it. You know? So I don't know individually because I don't talk to them on a friendly basis, right? But that'd be sick one day. But like I'm trying to make sure like that I can potentially send it to their team and it gets around, or like a social media post goes viral, right? But those are the 2 that I'm really happy about. Then Josh Ross and Sam Hunt.
Oh, bro,
cool.
yeah.
Josh
Is the homie, man.
Yeah.
I've known that guy like 5-6 years now. Like
Yeah.
that's my. We had a wild night at Common Country. That was like one of the few times that I've had the opportunity to go. Josh was doing a radio show in Long Island, and we were in town for the Old 60 concert at where the hell was it? One of the famous theaters up there. I forget which one it was in New York City, but we me and the crew that I had for that show all went to Common Country, and then I told Steph, I'm like, hey, Josh might be coming through. He's like, no shit. And then Josh was there, and we were hanging out and partying and stuff. Yeah, he was just ordering buckets of Surfside. I'm like, this is wild.
Shout out Surfside.
Yeah, he went through. Yeah, he was getting buckets of cans, lots of depletions going on there, and bottles of Jack, and he had to run up a crazy tab, and luckily he made his flight. That was like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. He did confirm that he made his flight, but it was wild. But he's another guy where it's like his voice, you can just put it over kind of anything and it'll sound sick.
Yeah. I think where I'm taking it more is like I'm taking it's cool to see this, right? Because like I have some instrumentals and some tracks like let's say I made a remix for a song, didn't come out, I take that vocal off and I save that in a bank. So I'm going through like banks of music that I've made for the past 3-4 years, right? Have about 100 instrumentals, and now I'm like, okay, let's revamp these because they're never coming out. So right now there's this Sam Hunt remix that I'm working on, and I'm like, wow, this was in the same key and it fits like a glove. And I was like, this was never going to come out, but now potentially like I want to release this on SoundCloud unless their team likes it, put it out officially. But I'm like, I'm taking my old caliber and just like recycling it and firing it away now, because now I'm putting these country vocals over it, and I was like, there's some changes that I have to make, like the melody and the rhythm and everything like that, but it sounds great. And it's cool to be like, that was never going to come out, but now I think it is, you know?
Yeah, dude. That's freaking awesome.
Yeah,
you got there's a lot of opportunity.
Dude, I'm scared, I'm nervous, but I'm happy. It's a different
If you
beast.
weren't scared or nervous, then you shouldn't be fucking doing it, because that means you don't give a damn.
That's it.
Like if you care, you're going to have those fears and have those nerves. If you didn't care, then you wouldn't give a shit. You know, it's because you care and it's because you give a shit, bro.
That's it. That's life. If you don't give a shit, then you just don't care, right?
Yeah.
And I think I always struggle like week of shows. It's just like, everybody's like, yo, are you excited? You look stressed. I'm like, yeah, I'm stressing out. I want this to be the best show that they remember, you know? Find your wife at the show. Everybody remembers this, and I want to put a great show in front of somebody so they come back, be like, that was sick. I got to invite all my boys to the next one, different cities, you know?
Yeah, man, 100%. So what do we have? So have you been to a country music festival before?
Whoa. No.
Or St. Pete's going to be your first one?
St. Pete's the first one.
You're going to a big one.
I know. And we figured out, like, I'm doing a little pop-up set at Country Central stage. So I'm hopping on to play a little set, right? But I've never been to a strictly just country festival, right? I've done a lot of the EDM festivals.
They are special.
Yeah? Okay,
they are special.
cool.
Down there you're going to have, and that lineup is wild, and you're going to have a lot of fucking people down there.
Okay.
Like, it is a lot of people. That one I would estimate probably somewhere between probably somewhere since I mean it's second year of it, so I would estimate somewhere between 15 to 25,000 a day.
Okay.
Maybe 20 to 30. But how good that
Or
lineup
shotgun
is.
and serve sides all
Oh,
day.
bro, it's gonna be I mean, it's gonna be a lot of fun, but you'll see. I mean, there's such a culture to the country festivals, and there's so many of them now that I think that's gonna be a great fucking time.
I gotta dabble more in the space, right? I grew up just going to like Pasha in New York City and like more of the EDM clubs, but I want to get more into like going to these festivals and seeing like the lifestyle. Because I always loved camping at music festivals and being up until like 5 a.m. just being reckless walking around a forest.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see the scene, right? Because you gotta just like feed into the culture a little bit more, right?
Yeah, man. And I think Florida, with that being a market that you're familiar with too, is a great place to start.
Yeah. I've been to Tampa a bunch playing there. Like we're doing the after party at a place I played at. It's called Bar Howie, but they rebranded it. It's crazy, right? Like they had a bar called Bar Howard. Now they call it actually Sunset Rodeo, and we're doing the official after party for Club Rodeo there. Like that's Tampa being like, yo, we know there's country music here. Let's do something. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm bringing the heat. You know,
And that could turn into a tour stop for you guys.
exactly. Then I'll be like, okay, this is the official after party this Saturday, right? And then let's see how it goes. And they're like, okay, word, let's bring this like a residency where I come there like 3 or 4 times a year, and people are like, okay, this could be sick.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Atlantic City? Because there's a lot of DJ stuff that goes on down there.
Yeah.
Do you? I'm sure that's a place where you've played and you've been to and you've enjoyed shows and probably lost some money, hopefully won some money. Like, what do you think of the state of like where AC's at right now? Because I was up there like not long ago.
Yeah. I had a residency at HQ2. I played there like 5 times a year. It was sick. After the residency, I tried throwing like a branded party called Recess, which was just like before Club Rodeo, where like, you know, I had to pivot, right? Because I was like, I wanted to do a branded party called Recess, but there wasn't a concept that I could sell, really. It was just my music, and then I had a saxophone player, and it was like, I don't know the concept here. But like now Club Rodeo, the concept is country EDM, live sax, live violin, and as I'm building out more of the whole creature to that, it's building. But we did that on a Sunday in Atlantic City HQ. Rained outside, I had to move it inside. But I actually, I love Atlantic City because I just love the gringy ratchetness to it. And I'm just down with it.
It's like Myrtle Beach for Jersey.
Yeah. Dirty Jersey. I love it. But it's always good to go back there. I don't know when I'll be back there. I'll probably be back there in March, though.
I was gonna say, is that somewhere you could see Club Rodeo potentially working? Because there's a lot of country shows that happen down there.
100%. Yeah, I think it's crazy. You just got to see what like the markets, right? I think when I started doing more country EDM shows, what I noticed is the country EDM shows in more of like the southern places. Like we did a country EDM show at College Station at Texas A&M.
Yeah,
didn't sell well at all. I was like, what the hell? I thought this would work. Now we do a country EDM show at Penn State where I'm like, okay, these are more northern people, sold out in less than 24 hours.
Yeah,
500 tickets like that. It's a different beast that you're just like, I don't know. So you just take a gamble on everything. Who knows? Maybe Atlantic City really loves country. We don't know.
I saw a show there years ago. It was funny. Luke Combs played. He was the opener for Brantley Gilbert back in like 2016. Like way back in the day. And it's like they've always had a lot of country shows down there, and they have that Barefoot Country Music Fest that's down there in Wildwood. Like there is a lot of country in Jersey but it's like they're also familiar with the EDM.
Yeah. Totally.
So it's like they get that part of it.
I'm gonna. What's the Jersey national anthem? Calling. Dun, 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 dun. Later today, I'm gonna make something.
I think it's that, and then Living on a Prayer. Those are the two where I'm like Jersey.
Wow. Okay. Put Living Over a Prayer over that. I think it's the same key. Dun, dun, dun,
yeah. See.
Let's make it right now.
That's freaking awesome, man. That's awesome. What do you like doing when you're not doing music shit? I know you're grinding right now. You've been grinding, but what do you like doing when you're not doing that stuff? You a big sports guy? Like, what do you like doing?
This is gonna be weird. The last month I just moved into Queens, and there's been like a lot of alone time. Touring's been slowing down as I'm like pivoting more to country EDM and revamping. Right. I've been doing a lot of Legos.
Okay.
Yeah. I wasn't like the biggest Lego guy growing up, but it just like teaches you patience. And like when I'm making music, sometimes I never finish a song. And I'm like, I never come back to it. But with the Lego, I can see the final product. Yeah. And I like being able to finish it. So it's something that makes me feel like an affirmation of like, wow, I can finish something. So I try and take that Lego back to music. So recently I've been doing a lot of Legos.
How many pieces? Like how big are you going?
No, not that big. I started off small.
I was gonna say,
I'm
are you doing like Death Stars and shit like that?
No, I'm not that talented. I only got my grade 7, so I'm joking. No, only like 500 pieces. But it's just like something that I know I can hit between like a 2 to 3 hour time span. Sometimes it takes me 10. I'm a little stupid on the side, but yeah, I've been doing Legos. I'm 29 now, right? So as my freaking posture so bad.
Your birthday's got to be coming up then, right?
Hell yeah, baby, Capricorn.
So you're
December,
early,
yeah.
so late December. Okay.
Yeah.
Sick.
I've also been stretching a lot. I've been stretching for like 20, 30 minutes every day. That's
Really?
something I've been doing different.
How's that? How does that make you feel? Because that's something where I'm like, my flexibility, shit. I'm like, that could probably help me.
So this past summer, like, because I was Airbnb in different locations, because like, gratefully, I still have a great relationship with my parents. I was staying at home, but I was touring, and I was like, I don't want to move out because I'm only home for 2 weeks out of the month. This past summer, I was in San Diego. I got into like more of like yoga, and I was like, wow, I love this, and it makes you feel great in the morning. And then once you stretch, you just feel like rejuvenated. And I've just been doing that every morning as much as I can. Like today, did it for like 15 minutes, and you just feel great. Obviously, my posture is super bad right now, but you know, growing up playing sports, you're always like, you always have to stretch before you play, right? And I was like, I stopped doing that, and I'm like, why did I ever stop doing that? You know, it's like every day you should stretch.
Yeah. What sports were you playing?
Damn, I grew up playing soccer, roller hockey, got into wrestling and jiu-jitsu.
I was gonna say Long Island. You got to be wrestling or throwing around a lacrosse ball. Those are the two Long Island sports. When I think of the island, I think of wrestling. I think of lax.
Here's a great example. So I grew up playing lacrosse. Hold on, where is it in my pocket? I grew up playing lacrosse, and we had like, for high school, I was a stocky, short Italian kid, just running around hitting kids. I got to show you a video after this, but I grew up playing lacrosse, and we had practice in the morning for Garden City, and it was like a 6 a.m. practice before school. I was like, what the fuck is this? I go in, you know, like in the gymnasium, it's indoors. The gymnasium lights are like kind of like shitty. They're flickering. First ball gets past me, hits me in the helmet. I'm cut immediately. I'm like, oh shit. That's when I realized I needed contacts.
Yeah.
I still don't wear them. I gotta put them in. So I started playing tennis. That's when I was like, okay, where else start playing tennis? That was a lot of fun. Tennis was sick.
Yeah, tennis is cool.
Soccer, wrestling, and tennis is what I ended on.
Nice.
I wish I stayed with hockey though. That would have been sick.
Yeah.
Just bodying people.
Yeah, and that's big in Long Island too.
Yeah,
There's rinks pretty much all over the place. I mean,
Yeah.
your one team is the
Isles,
Islanders.
baby.
Yeah, your one team is the Isles.
You were actually you're a sports guy. I only really watch soccer and hockey. Honestly, I grew up watching the trash can, the Mets, the Jets. The Knicks are okay. Islanders was like a 5-minute like drive from my house. In the Nassau Coliseum, it smelled like cigarettes. I was like, this is sick. I'm going all the time. I remember they had the haunted Coliseum. They had like Martin Garrix when I was like sophomore year, and he had animals. And I was like, this place is sick. The Isles and Martin Garrix.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where
it was like a barn that people took pride in Long Island.
Totally.
Like the old Coliseum was. I never made it out there, but from what I heard, it was a special place.
I loved it.
You know, and rooting for the trash can
Let's
teams.
run it back.
Yeah.
Club Rodeo there is going to be electric.
Club Rodeo, because they built a new one, right?
Yeah, UBS Arena. It's gorgeous. And it's like, take the train, easy, 7-minute train. Not bad. I was just there when they played, I was there like a month ago.
And the Islanders are like pretty decent now.
Yeah, they got a new kid. He's fucking
They're
great,
than the Rangers. Rangers suck right
kid's
now.
Like 18, he's ripping it up.
That's
dangling.
crazy,
Yeah,
dude.
I love that.
That's cool.
I also love how like hockey players talk a lot of hey bud. I love that shit.
Yeah, and believe it or not, Nashville is a big hockey town with the Predators being here. I think that more people would be happy with a Predators Stanley Cup than a Titans Super Bowl. Both are very far off right now. Number one thing would be a Tennessee Volunteers national championship. That would be their biggest thing. And then what are you dipping over there? You doing loose?
Got the Lucy's, baby.
Lucy's? I've never had. What milligram you go to?
I used to be a 6 guy. Let me tell you, I was the Zen guy. I was a 6 guy. I put 2 in at a show, and I started drooling a little bit, and that's when I had to spit. And then some shows I hand out pizza, and some guy brought the pizza out. So now I'm on stage. I'm like, oh my god, I'm drooling. I'm not.
So you down to 3s?
Now I'm down to these are 4s. But
these are 4s. I'm rolling 8s, bro. I'm a sick fuck.
There he goes.
There I go. There's that 8. There's that wintergreen. Shout out to my friends from Zemo. But it's like I'm 10 years sober, so like you probably noticed I haven't opened this can. I don't drink anymore. As soon as I switched from drinking, I just jumped into nicotine, and I was like smoking cigs.
Yeah.
And I haven't been smoking cigs since I've been doing this stuff. And the Zins were just what do those look like on the inside? Are those like dry? And are those like
they're a little wet? They're pretty nice.
Oh, the wet ones. That's
yeah,
like these. Let's do a little pouchy trade. I'm gonna set you up with an 8. You're gonna pop that in later and be like, you take one of those.
I'm gonna. It's like it's a variety pack. I'll let
Yeah,
you know
variety
which one it
pack.
is.
Yeah, do a little
I'll be
pouch
like,
trade.
yeah,
Do a little
come on.
pouchy trade. You're gonna pop one of those 8s in unknowingly and be like, oh fuck.
Fuck, it's the winter green.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
dude.
talking to
What
somebody
flavor are those?
drawing.
Those like cool mint or something?
Mint, yeah.
Mint's where I'm normally at. These guys, they usually send me the blueberry ones, but they sent the wintergreen ones this time. But
Yeah, we did I just did the Barstool Best Bar show at Texas A&M. They had them there. I'm like, I'm taking one because I love those. Yeah, I was always in the Zen, but the Lucy's I love them.
yeah, and
Shout out Lucy.
can you get those in New York City? Because a lot of stuff's
Yeah,
banned in the city now. Where
There's
it's
a lot
like
of shit that's getting banned.
you couldn't have Jules
Yeah,
went away, right? You had to go to like
Mango
underground
Jewel
bodegas.
Mango Jewel Pod, shout out.
Yeah.
I remember. I think I still have one. It's like dark now.
Oh, bro, yeah. When the pods go bad, dude, I was golden tobacco for those, and sometimes I'd feel trashy and get the menthol. But, yeah, dude, what's your breakfast order at the deli?
Wow, this is gonna. Sometimes people get baffled by this, right? But I'm getting an egg everything bagel, toasted, 2 eggs. Sometimes I get bacon. Sometimes I switch it up with sausage, little cheese, but I throw cream cheese on top of it, and I load that shit up. It makes like super kind of like.
See, I'm
wet
all about
moist.
I'm all about the everything bagel with the cream cheese, but egg everything. BEC
That's right.
or SEC
Try
and the fucking cream cheese on there.
Try it, dude. Try it.
Do you put
Respect the schmear too.
Yeah,
Respect the
always respect the schmear, bro.
Respect the schmear.
Always respect the schmear, man. That's one of the things I miss about being down here.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
I don't.
Bagels here probably ass.
Yeah, they're not. So is the pizza.
Oh god.
There's like 1 or 2 that are like decent, but it's like, and the sandwiches, bro. We don't have delis here.
Damn, we
Best-
gotta open up a shop here.
Best deli you got is the fucking
Club
Publix.
Rodeo Deli. That'd
Dude,
be sick.
Club Rodeo
Yeah,
Deli, and it's just lunchtime mix.
Yo, one time, one of my favorite delis on Long Island called Dom's Deli. They deep fry their chicken fingers in honey mustard. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how the fuck it works, right? But they probably dip it before they fry it. And I was like, yo, I love you guys. I have this show at Summer Club in Long Island City. I want to partner. You guys mind if I shoot out sandwiches in the T-shirt cannon? So I bought this T-shirt cannon. This thing's a missile, dude. I'm like,
Yeah, t-shirt cannons are fun. I've used those before.
dude, it's so sick. The ones you go to like a hockey game, right? Or something.
Yeah.
Like, yo, these things shoot distance. I put a sandwich in there, dude. Easily, yo, this thing went like the size of 2 football fields deep.
Wow.
And I was like, this could kill someone. I probably shouldn't bring this to the show. Brought it to the show, was duffing my boys now.
Dude, shooting sandwiches, shooting Italians would
Yeah,
be
yeah,
freaking
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm all about
I
that.
gotta show you something.
I'm
real quick.
all about the shooting of, because I brought the last Yankees game that I went to. It was Game 5 of the World Series last year when they fucking blew it and Judge dropped the ball after they showed Fat Joe on
Scumbag,
after
yeah.
they showed Fat Joe on the screen. Fat Joe ruined it all. It's all Joe's fault. I threw my Timberlands out the next day. Just kidding. I still have them. You can't get rid of the Timberlands, but I brought a sandwich in from like the local deli back home. I brought it on the train and everything. And when people hit home runs during the Yankee playoff games, people just throw shit into the air.
Yeah,
Beers flying, popcorn, all that shit. I took this Italian and I fucking chucked it in the air, and the capicola and everything was just flying everywhere, dude.
Hope you guys like fresh fucking butts.
Yeah, bro, the provolone getting everywhere, bro. It was awesome. Yeah, dude, the t-shirt
Steve
can.
Aoki cakes people. We throw sandwiches.
Bro,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
is the most like that's so on brand.
yeah.
Yeah, bro.
That's not a bad idea. Let's patent that.
Bro, I am so down. We're gonna do something together, dude.
yeah.
Like we're going to do something with Raised Rowdy and Club Rodeo. Like
That'd be sick.
it's going to happen. And the t-shirt cannon with the sandwiches might be. Then you kind of tailor it
Put a
up
little
to like
golden ticket in
you
there.
you do an event down in Philly with those crazy fucks. You'd put cheesesteak in there,
Yeah, go
just
birds.
shooting a cheesesteak out.
Yeah, get them doffed in the head. Put a little
Have you done stuff down in Philly?
Yeah, I'm actually at Philly for Thanksgiving Eve at Nodo. I'm
Okay.
excited. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. I usually play at Barstool Philly on Sansom Street.
Yeah.
Played at Nodo 2 years ago. They hit me up like a week and a half ago, like, yo, are you free? I'm like, let's fucking ride, baby.
Yeah.
And I always love partying on Thanksgiving Eve because, like, when you were like, 18 to 23, 24, maybe you go to the hometown bars. And you're like,
Yeah.
now you're getting a little older. You got to see family and stuff. But I'm like, I'm still degenerate. I'm like, where are we going? So when they hit me up, I was like, let's go.
Yeah.
It'd be sick.
Yeah, I remember going home after I'd moved here, and the local bar wouldn't let me in because my ID was from Tennessee. I was like, "What do you mean you're not letting me in?" It's like, "Fuck this! I'll just go to the next one." But it was like, "I'll just go to D&D's or I'll go out in Pearl River." You know, fuck that, man. That's wild. Anything? Are you any places you haven't gotten to go yet around the country, around the world, where you're like, I want to go and do a show here?
That's cool to bring up, right? I started like this little corkboard map, and I brought like a little bulletin of like places where I've been. Humble brag, I've been to like 38 of the states.
That's great, dude. Yeah, I'm just over that, but I was also touring with country artists. I think I'm at like 43 or 44.
Yeah, I'm trying my best.
So, yeah.
Yo, if you're from North Dakota, hit me up. I'll play a free show.
I know people out there. Yeah.
Trying to get there. Obviously, Alaska would be cool, right?
Yeah.
So there's a couple spots I want to do in the States, right? United States is gorgeous. You just got to really start wandering. People always ask me, like, where was your favorite place to play and all that stuff. If you've ever been to Wilmington, North Carolina, it's gorgeous there.
Dude, on the water.
Yeah. Like, people are like, what's your favorite place? Everybody says, like, I love San Diego, right? That's second. But when you find, like, those hidden gems, I still think it's hidden, right? Buy some real estate there. Come on. That's what we should do, dude. Come on.
Yeah, open a joint in Wilmington.
Yeah. We sell sandwiches and country EDM.
Yeah, sandwiches, country EDM, Surfside's everywhere. You got a vending machine with the pouches. That's what I'm talking
the boys,
about.
Dude.
Yeah, bro.
What the hell?
Hell yeah, man. That'd be a lot of fun. Well, dude, I appreciate you coming out here and hanging. What do you got on tap for tonight?
Damn, tonight. Working on the set for tomorrow, honestly. I got to focus on that because sometimes if I don't, like, do enough set prep, especially because tomorrow the after party is not like people are going there to see me. It's more of like a social networking event. So I have to make sure that I'm not just like playing just bangers, right?
Yeah.
I want to make sure I can kind of like read the room a little bit. So it's like I have like 4 different crates of like what I think will work. Okay, this might not work. Let me go pivot here.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of set prep, and that's how we go back to like I just care so much. Like I could just freestyle it, but like got to showcase my stuff. Got to showcase stuff that people want to sing to and dance to.
Well, dude, if you end up out late tonight, I know I'm gonna be bopping around, so we'll have to shoot I'll shoot you a text, let you know the coordinates. We got the Surfside boys in town too,
Let's
so
go.
when they're in town, it always the night just goes to a different level.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
We'll have you been out in Midtown yet since you've been down here, or has it been mostly Broadway downtown?
No,
stuff?
just Broadway. Yeah. Just Broadway.
Have you ever been out in Midtown?
No, not that I know of.
You ever been the Red
Get
Door?
reckless? No, never.
Oh fuck! All right, I'll see you tonight, Derek. We do our events at Odie's at Old Dominion's new bar. Same group of people that own Moonshine Beach and Moonshine Flats in San Diego.
Sick, yeah.
So
I just played there.
Oh really?
Yeah,
So you know Michael? Michael Harris. Yeah, that's our guy. We host full band showcases there every Wednesday.
We did a Club Rodeo there, August 1st. It was sick.
Yeah, dude. Well, that's where
we're going out tonight.
Yeah, man.
I'm
dude. Losers go to all those bars over there, man. It'll be a time, man. So when you get done with your stuff, shoot me a text. I'll let you know where we're at.
Sounds like a plan.
We'll fucking get together and
Let's
get
it, baby.
Because the Surfside guys, Matt, the owner's from Philly, and then Brandon's a Long Island guy. So it's like be 4 Northerners, and Nikki T's from Pittsburgh. So it'd be 5 Northerners just wreaking havoc.
I'll end on this. Do you know what a flit is?
Yeah.
Oh, you do? All right.
Yeah.
So let's leave the podcast at that and let's let them question it.
Comment below. Tell us if you've watched our nonsense for this long, almost this hour of footage with my man Deerock. Comment what you think a flit is, and we'll tell you if you're right or if you're wrong. Deerock, I appreciate you, buddy.
Love you,
and I can't believe it took us this long to like get together and actually meet each other. So thank you for coming on here and hanging, brother. And where can people go to find out more about you, more about Club Rodeo, all that cool shit you're doing?
Yeah. It's easy. Just Instagram, Deerock Music, DEEROCK Music. Everything's right there. Click that link. You can RSVP for upcoming shows. And my sister's single. Hit her up. I'm joking.
Jesus Christ. Fucking Long Island eye tie saying that. Canceled. Nightmare. Man, dude, I appreciate you so much. Y'all be sure to check out our man Deerock. Be on the lookout for his EP coming out. The last track will be coming out December 12th, you said, right?
You got a good memory, brother.
I do. Something like that. And be on the lookout for Club Rodeo. And if you're down in St. Petersburg for St. Pete's Fest, obviously this episode will be coming out after that. But send us some videos. Show us how our man D did down there.
This guy sucks.
And for more on us, visit raisedrowdy.com. Also, shout out to our friends from Surfside. No bubbles, no troubles. It ain't a seltzer. It's a Surfside. Go to your local liquor establishment, your local bar, and tell them you want to go surfing and get yourself some of these tasty, delicious beverages. I got some hats for you to go through over there. Oh, there he goes. Oh, man, the little chug. I'm going to have to send shout out to Brandon and Matt later. That's freaking awesome. Well, y'all, thank you so much. We will see you next time. For my man D, I'm Matt Burrill. This has been Outside the Round.
kind for staying one place for too long. I ain't never been the best at saying I love you to a girl I love. Only got a couple tricks on my sleeve, they usually just make them leave.